A young man saw things going out of hand. In his society, things are turning upside down, and he looked back and said, no, we must go back to our roots. We must go back to where it all started from. We must go back to who we truly are, because that way we'll be able to get things right. This young man saw things are no longer going fine again. He started Charity Foundation, but he couldn't save a lot. He went about creating a foundation called Igbo Love Themselves. This young man currently had opened a hospital that treats people for free, help women give birth for free, and do such different kind of surgery. And just not long ago, this same young man bought an ambulance for the society free of charge. Free of charge. I don't know if it has started working, but you could call, an ambulance will run to your home the way it will run to the home of those in America, in UK, in wherever they are. The way they'll call out an ambulance and it will run to them. But the funny thing, the irony about this thing is that his own people hate him for this. Why? They hate him because he said we must go back to our roots. They hate him because his ideology and theirs differs. Whereas his aim is for the betterment of them and everybody, including himself. But no, they hate him because of religious view. And the name of this young man is Matthias Ezeaku, popularly known as Ezoku. Yes, I'm a fan of this man because I'm a fan of anything that looks good, and I'm a fan of anything that wants Africa to be better. This man have looked everywhere. It is us. We are just getting it wrong all the whole time. But these people hate him because he said we must go back to our roots. We must go back to the culture, to who we are, to where it all started from. Because it will only get better when we could know where it started from. And from there we could be able to tackle it. And the funny thing is that whenever these people that hated him, this is people that hated him, whenever they see something bad happening in his society, whenever they see something crucial, bad, done by someone who claims to be a traditionalist, they'll always tag him or call his name and mention him that, "Shay, you are the people that you are part of the people that say we should go back to our roots. Look at the people that's already in the roots. What they are doing? They are looking at the anglicized tradition, the adulterated tradition, not the actual tradition. They fail to accept the truth, but they are looking for things to blame him. Whereas none of them could do half of what he have done. They claim they will make the blind man see. He have made blind people see many times. But the funny thing is about his and theirs is that his is real. He keeps evidence. Theirs, we don't have evidence for that. So what I want to talk about is culture. I want to talk about the topic of today is culture. The culture of a particular people. Most people in African space, most of us, most tribes, most ethnicity, we've lost that we are known for. We've lost that our culture. When we are talking about going back to their roots, we are not talking about the adulterated one, the anglicized one. We are not talking about the new modern one. No, we are talking about the actual one, the real and the good one. Not those doing fake charms and the rest. No. Talking about our roots is talking about ourselves, going back to ourselves. That's what we mean. We are fierce people. We are warlike people. We are people who confront trouble when trouble comes. We are people who provide solutions to problems. We are people who don't sit one side and wait for things to be done for them. We are people that make things happen. Most tribes, now let me use the three major tribes in Nigeria as an example, as a case study. These three tribes, if you bring a Igbo man now, ask him, what is it that you see in your day-to-day activity that you say this is your people, this is this was gotten from you people? He will mention just a few. Likewise a Yoruba man, likewise a Hausa man. But where it is even more worse is those that no longer answer their name, because your culture is part of your name. Religion have made you don't answer your name anymore. I'm not talking about those that have their name and have a foreign name. I'm talking about those that don't even have their name at all. They only have a foreign name. I'm sorry to say this, but some of my Muslim friends from the north, when you ask them what's your name, you barely hear them telling you Tanku. Those crucial Hausa names telling you Makama. Instead, they'll give you the name that is being gotten from the Arab world. When you ask your Yoruba brother his name, very few of them will tell you their name and tell, but I applaud them for that. Most of them have tribal name. but they will always call the first English name, which is being getting from Europe. The Igbo people, same thing. They want to give you the English name. I'll also upload them for that. Most of them have an Igbo name. But apart from the name, ask them, what is it that is yours? What is it that it's actually yours? Mention it, let me hear. They will only mention their food, nothing else. Nothing else. We must go back to who we are. Culture defines who we are. Those things we are taking from other people, the names, the lifestyle, the religion, they are people culture, they are their own culture. We are copying from them, we are copying their culture, not we taking our culture to them. Imagine an African person would never consider you married if you don't do a white wedding. Just imagine it. After doing your traditional wedding, you want to do a white one after doing your traditional marriage. Meanwhile, the white man don't know what traditional marriage is. They only do that one that you do as your white wedding. Going back to your culture, going back to your roots, doesn't mean you should go back to evil. Those evil you are seeing today were never your culture. If you want to know your culture, check 150 years ago. Look that far. Look before the colonial master came to you. How have you people been living? That's your culture. Don't be deceived by what you see that start happening 10-15 years. Most of those things you see now are things that have been brought by those cultures that came, because those things never existed before these cultures came. Those things started existing after this culture came to us. That's why I say the interference of both the Arabs and the Europeans to us have created and caused us a big deal. And it's funny when people will be like, what of their technology? It's so funny. I've explained that in my previous video. You should go and check that. So please, let's go back to our roots, our actual roots, the root of truth, the root of hard working, the root of good leaders, the root of holding leaders accountable, the root of making things work, not waiting for things to be worked for us by others, the root of questioning the things that are supposed to be questioned. Let's go back to that root. That's the root we are talking about. The root of who we truly are as a people that fears nothing. So far as for the betterment of the society, we do it. Let's go back to that root. Thank you. Follow me on TikTok at Mikoyo123 and on Facebook some Kelechiku Amuze. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, comment, and refer others to it at Mikoyo Talks. That's my YouTube channel. Thank you. Bless.